How do I get contracted with Covered California? That's the number one question that most agents are asking when they're trying to move into the California market when it comes to the Affordable Care Act plan. It seems like a daunting task. It seems really hard, but this video is going to show you in a quick, easy way what you need to do to get contracted with Covered California. My name's Ian Sanders with Oasis Financial Services and Healthcare Unlocked. Over the course of 4 days, I recently got contracted with Covered California and made a video so that anyone that wants to do it too can go through it without the same headaches and heartaches that I had to go through and the multiple calls to customer service. So if this video helps you out, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Helps get the information in front of more people. The more people that we help, the better off we all are, right? Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to go through step by step and show my screen on what I did in order to get contracted with Covered California. The total process took about 4 days. What's going to happen is you're going to first fill out an application as a new agency owner of one, and I'll go through that in the video. The next thing is you're going to go through all the certification training. After that, it's just a series of emails that you're going to get, some DocuSigns. There's a $76 fee. And once you're done with all of that over the course of 4 days, you should be completely ready to go with Covered California. It may seem very daunting, and you may have heard that it is, but I swear it's absolutely not. It's just a matter of having the information and knowing what to do next. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into it, and we'll start with day one. How's it going, everybody? So today, what we're going to be working on is getting contracted and appointed and set up with Cover California. It is a state-based exchange, so it's going to be a little different than going through the federal facilitated marketplace, the FFM. So for those of you that are new and in California, this is going to be very important. For those of you that have no intention of selling in California, then you don't really need to be worried about it. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to share my screen. So you should have already been able to start an account with Messer Financial, and this is the Agent Center. They have a lot of great information here, a lot of great training here, some quoting tools and things like that. What you're going to want to do is click on the ACA information and certifications. So we'll get into that. Okay. So now that we're here, what you're going to do is you're going to go for state exchange information. So you'll click this, and now it's going to list all the different states. And so it's going to show what the OEP dates are as well. In California, it runs from November 1st to January 31st instead of the 15th. You see some run through December 15th. It just really depends, but this is also going to give you a good idea of all of your state-based exchanges. So for California, you'll just go ahead and scroll down here, actually. So what we're actually going to do here is instead of going to certify with the California State Exchange, we're going to do the step-by-step process, because I have a feeling that if we don't do it step by step and we miss a step, then it's going to cause a problem. So we'll click that, and we're going to go down to create an account on coveredca.com. So the first thing that we need to do is create an agency. So the manager creates an agency account on coveredca.com. And then we need to complete online training through the Covered California University Learning System. After that, we need to submit a payment. Then we do the agency agreement DocuSign, and then finalize the account creation process once your agency manager status is changed to certified. Okay, so we are going to be creating an agency on coveredca.com. Oh, I think I was supposed to click this. All right, so this is where I made the mistake. I need to click this, and I'll make this big so everyone can see it. Where I went wrong was I put create an account. What you'll actually need to do is click here, start to submit your application. It looks like what we need to do is create and submit agency application, not entity application. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to register as an agency of one. And what that means is we're just going to fill all this information out, but with our name as it appears on our license with California, our social, if you're a resident or not, location. All this is just going to be your information, your hours of operation, and all of it's going to be yours. So I'm going to fill that out, and then we'll get to the next step. So, all right, it's submitted. Right, and we're back. So it's actually only been a few hours, and I received an email from Covered California. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, jump on, start the training. It should be the same as it is for the Federal Facilitated Marketplace, the FFM. And then I will just continue on the process of getting going. But so far, it doesn't seem like it's all that complicated. I actually need to set a password first. So I'll click that. It will take me here, and I have to set a password. Okay, so now I should be able to log in. Okay, looks like I'm in. All right, now it's just going to be the same as all the others. So nothing to resume yet. My courses currently have certificates. It's the same as all the others. Mandatory courses, the agency manager certification. So I'll go ahead and start this, and then we'll move on from there. Before I do that, I'm going to take a quick look at this second email. It's the same thing. You can find your training here. The final course in the curriculum is an examination. You have 3 attempts to pass the exam with the 80% or better. If you do not pass after 3 attempts, you must retake the entire curriculum from the beginning. So I'm going to go ahead and start that. When I'm done, we'll jump on to the next step. All right, good morning, y'all. So today we're going to finish up with Covered California, the appointing process for that. Last week on Friday, what I did was I went through the certification training. I was able to do it in one day just because it's very similar to what you're going to go through when you do the FFM training for the Federal Facilitated Marketplace. And it's also very similar to the other state-based exchanges too, so it doesn't take much time. If you've never done that before, you can do this first before the FFM certification. That's completely fine. And I do suggest that you go through and you take your time so that you can really learn it, because it's going to teach you a lot of what you need to know to be able to stay in compliance, and then also to understand a lot more about the way that the ACA works so that you can explain it better to your clients. So what happened now is I got this email, and so we'll just go ahead and click review documents. It's going to take me to a DocuSign, which I'll put here, and I'll wait for that to open. Okay, so I agree. And then I do have to pay for some kind of endorsement fee. This is my first time looking at it too, guys, so I'm reading through it. Payments are posted. Agreement was sent utilizing 3 to 5 business days. Click. All right, so I click here to sign. Okay. And so then I have to fill out the credit card information. So of course I'm not going to do this on screen. And it's $76. Let me explain what happened here. So when you go through, you're going to get to a place where it says that you need to do one of these agreements, but you don't have to actually do that. What she's saying is once you go ahead and you sign the endorsement, you're going to pay the endorsement fee, which was the $76. After you pay the $76 in about a week, what's going to happen is you're going to get another couple of DocuSigns. So you'll need to keep an eye on your email. And that's what's going to have the agency agreement and any other things that you need to sign. All right. So it looks like things happened sooner than I thought. I just got the email, just pulled up the DocuSign. Now I just need to review the documents and sign those. Okay, so that was, and then finish. That wasn't so bad, wasn't so painful. And so now what I was told was the next thing that's going to happen is I'm going to get another email once everything is verified, stating that I have a new username and password so that I can get in and actually start, conducting business and things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it here for now. Things are going by really quickly. I started this process Friday of last week. We're now on Monday of this week, and it looks like I'm almost to the end of this. So looking forward to seeing the next part. All right, everyone. So here we are. We're at the end of the getting contracted with Covered California video. So basically what happened was on Friday, I started the process, went through all the training and all the things that I needed to do, had a couple of things that I needed to sign. There was an agency agreement that came to me. I think it must have been on Monday. Took care of that. And now it's Wednesday. And I've now received the emails and everything saying that I'm approved. So we'll take a quick look at that. So you can see it first got this email from Covered California. This is what it looks like from the agent team at Covered California, basically saying that the new agency agreement was signed. I clicked and saved that. The next email that you're going to get is going to be this one saying that the manager level 2 application was approved and certified. So now I need to go through the process of actually creating the account. And then there's another email that's going to have my access code. And that's this one up here. I'll show as much as I can as we go through this process to make it easier for you guys. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to do is click here. Yes, I have an access code, and I will grab that access code. And the rest of this, I'm not going to show my social, of course, on here. Okay, so now I just need to put in my username, my password, and then put in a pin, confirm the pin. I'll do that. And this one's a long one. It needs at least 15 characters. So when you're filling this out, just make sure that you read the instructions carefully. Otherwise, you'll just keep wondering why your password's not working. Some of these need to be really, really long. Okay, so it looks like everything was created successfully. As you can see here, finish. All right, and then from here, I should be able to just log in. All right, so now I need to register my account, parent. And now it's official. I am officially a part of Covered California. All right, so there you have it. Now I'm contracted with Covered California. I'm able to sell. Now, the next thing that's going to happen is after you're done with the training, you've done your fees, you've done all the DocuSigns, is now you're completely certified and ready to go and you have your account, is now you're going to have to go through and actually contract with each one of those companies. You'll either do that if you're on my team through SureLC. If you're with a different IMO or FMO, whatever the case is, you'll do it through that company. But that's all you have to do at this point. So hopefully this video helped you out. Again, like, comment, and subscribe if you liked it. If you want to get into the insurance field or just are watching the videos and feel that, I might be able to help you out in any way, go ahead and leave a comment, or you can click the link in the description below and set up a time to talk one-on-one, and we can see if it makes sense for you to work with me and get some one-on-one training. Have a great rest of your day.